What up, YouTube? You can't stop trading and investing with your boy James E. You feel me? Today we're gonna talk about VERU. Some news that just came out today about an upgrade. You feel me, on a price target from an analyst. But what I seen in the chart pattern that happened on Friday, and what I'm seeing now as a potential moving forward. I did exit my position on here, but I'm starting to see a certain pattern within the technicals that I want to go over. But before we do that, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. It is very much appreciated. I am not a financial advisor. I do this for financial entertainment because I love researching stocks and anything stock market related, finance related, mindset related. I love to get involved in. But that being said, man, let's just get right into it. So as you can see right here, this is today, Saturday, December 12th. VERU upgraded at Zacks Investment Research. VERU was upgraded by Zacks Investment Research from a hold to a buy rating in the report released this Saturday, which is today. The firm currently has a $6.75 price objective on the stock. Zacks Investment Research price objective points to the potential upside of 6.22% from the company's current price. According to Zacks, Vero Inc. engages in the development, manufacturing, and marketing of consumer healthcare products. It focuses on producing FC2 female condom, which provides dual protection against unintended pregnancy and sexually transmitted infections. Vero Inc., formerly known as the Female Health Company, is headquartered in Miami, Florida. Other research analysts have also issued research reports about the company. Brookline Capital Management reinstated a buy rating on the shares of Vero after a report on Friday, August 14th. H.C. Wainwright raised the price objective from Vero from $6 to $8 and gave the company a buy rating in a research note on Thursday. Open here. All right, well, I'm butchering this name. Oppenheimer reiterated a buy rating and issued a $9 target price on shares in a report Saturday. 2 equity research analysts have rated the stock with a hold rating, and 4 have given a buy rating on the company stock. This company has a consensus rating of a buy on an average price target of $7.92. And then if you want to get into Friday, as you see, VERU traded up 39 cents during the trading on Friday, hitting $6.36 on 30.2 million shares of the company's stock were exchanged, compared to its average volume of 840,000 shares. So I just want to get into the stock pattern real quick. So as you can see right here, so I was a buyer on this dip. And I was a buyer in at $6. So originally, like I talked about in the last video, I had purchased this. I seen the news. I had purchased this in the 480 range, and then I sold it in the 630s for a nice profit, which was on Thursday. And then when I seen this pop and I started noticing a little pattern of a pop, pull back, just like I like to play stocks. I mean, that's pretty much what I look for. But I try to buy the dip in here in the sixes, anticipating it holding the 6 and continue with the pattern if we had an increase in volume. But that didn't happen. I kind of just mistimed it. And then it winded up dropping all the way down to the 470s. So I wound up cutting my losses in, I got to change my drawing tool real quick. So right in this area is where I cut my losses. Like I talked about in the last video of risk management, minus 2% on my net, that's nothing. So I cut it right there. Plus, the other reason why I cut it right there was because, as you can see, the heavy volume from Thursday and then from Friday's volume, it just wasn't there. But what I am seeing in this technical pattern now is the fact that this continues to have late day pushes. As you can see, when the first news came out on the 9th, we had no real volume traded until towards the end. Boom, then we had a pop in volume. Lighter volume traded and we kept getting increased, then boom, a pop in volume late day. And then again right here, really light volume, and then boom, a pop in volume late day. So if anyone's still interested in this stock for some kind of trade on the short term, now as far as long-term trading, it's still way too overextended, as we could see here. It's not formulating any type of pattern on the daily that gives me any enticement to see anything at a price point to purchase. But what I'm seeing in the short term is that if it does have these morning dips, dipped here, and then popping later, it could be a good buy if we see this pattern continue. It obviously didn't break the highs, but with the news of now more analysts coming out and putting new price targets on this stock, that's always, great news. Everyone is now changing from a hold to a buy. Well, not everybody, but we have all these upgrades from this analyst from hold to a buy, and then now changing the average price target of $7.92, which is higher than the high we see here at 786. So it does have the potential to reach those levels. Some analysts have priced in $8 and $9 price targets, which it can very well reach those levels as well. And it can go beyond. And it is very much possible because this company does have good financials. This company had great third quarter earnings. This company has great progress in their R&D as far as, a drug they're working on for cancer patients in breast cancer. So, it's about women's health, man. And I mean, that's important. I think that's very important. So again, what I'm just seeing is that obviously I was in at 6, but then we had this dip, so I cut my loss, and then we have a major push up to the 750s. So I could have very well profited on it if I would have just been patient with it, but it didn't meet my criteria of increasing volume, and it didn't meet my criteria of maintaining above this level and then popping. It dropped and then popped. So, it kind of just faked me out a little bit. But that moving forward, just seeing what it's looking like in the recent 3 days of when the news released, is that if this thing come Monday drop and it have a nice panic and hold in these levels, then we do have a good possibility of it popping again late day. So, that might be something you might want to look into. Me personally, it's still on my watch list. So if I see that, if I see some type of drop, that is, a potential for me to buy. Also, if we see the exact opposite, if we see come pre-market on Monday, we see a spike and it break the high of the 786 area pre-market, then I'm going to anticipate it dropping at the market opening and then try to capture that bottom of that drop for a potential pop. So those are the two things that I'm seeing within the intraday price action that's going on in VERU right now. Either we're going to get pre-market drop and then potentially hold these levels and then maybe have a late day pop, or if this thing continues with this certain trend that you're seeing here and we start seeing a pickup in demand and in volume, if it breaks pre-market the highs here, then when the market opens, I will anticipate a drop at the market open and then maybe potentially buy that dip depending on the demand, which is the volume of how heavy that's going to come in the morning. If it's still light volume like we seen on Friday, then I'm going to anticipate just it dropping. And if it holds in this $5 area, then it's a potential buy for me for it to just maybe pop back up to the 6s or so, somewhere within that range. So VERU, still have this on my watch list. Missed out on the pop of Friday because it just broke my, it broke my risk point. So, I just had to exit. But like I said, I was going to keep this on my watch list. And now we're having another analyst come out and upgrade their price target to now, in the $8 to $9 range. That is another catalyst that could just propel this if any retail investor is looking into this and now sees, hey, we're at, in the 640 range and the price target's now at 8, it might be a potential buy. Whether or not it dips from this point or not, it's still a potential buy. But again, just by looking at the price action in these last 3 days, I could either see this dipping back down to the 5s or so, and then having a pop late day on Monday, or if this winds up, catching wind and catching investors' attention and traders' attention, and it pop pre-market and break this high, then I could see when the market opens that it will dip and maybe potentially hold the 6s now in this range. And if it does that, then that would be a potential buy of a dip, and then watch it pop later on in the day, because that's what we're seeing, a pop in volume and a pop late day, a pop in volume and a pop late day, and a pop in volume and a pop late day. So that seems to be the trend for this particular stock. So that might be something to look out for if we have light volume in the morning. When the market opens, it could, if it holds in the levels as you're seeing it does right here, then it does have a potential to pop late day again. So VERU, still a potential, still on my watch list. I'm looking for a dip on it, and if it dips, then I'm looking for a quick pop and maybe collect a dollar profit off of it, depending on the price level that it drops to. Again, if it has that pop pre-market, then I'm looking to buy the dip somewhere in the sixes. And if it tanks pre-market and holds, then I'm going to be a little more patient with it, just like you see here. Drops kind of midday and then pops late. So, just depending on the volume and the price action that's going on. If it breaks this level and drops, I'll probably wait for it just a little bit and then, maybe a midday play and then look to see if it pops late. So again, man, VERU, I'm still potentially bullish on it, buying the dip on VERU because I completely missed out on that squeeze yesterday on Friday. So it could have a potential to do the same thing on Monday. So that's pretty much it for VERU. Upgrading their price targets. You feel me? From a hold to a buy, VERU. The price action within these last 3 days since the news came out is still looking solid if it maintains that trend of a late day spike. So still a potential depending on what it does Monday morning. So that's going to be it for today, guys. You Can't Stop Mafia is a mindset movement, meaning never stop yourself, never stop your progress, never stop your education, especially in finance. Having multiple streams of income is always a great thing, and you could do that with the stock market. So if you got this far, man, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. It is very much appreciated. Leave a comment, man. Let me know your thought process on VERU. Let me know what you think it's going to do on Monday. Anyone leaving a comment, I'll be sure to respond as soon as possible. I'm very much appreciate those that have been leaving comments. I love to start conversations with you guys. So please let me know what your thought process is on this. Is it going to hold the sixes? Is it going to drop below the sixes? Is it going to have another late day pop on Monday? You feel me? Let's talk about it, man. Let me know. So that's going to be it for VERU. Till next time, guys, I'm out. Peace.